Many people believe growing fruit requires a large backyard or a full orchard. Because of that assumption, countless gardeners never even try, but the reality is very different. With the right varieties and a well-prepared container, you can grow productive fruit trees on a balcony, patio, rooftop, or even a sunny spot near your door. If you enjoy learning practical ways to grow more food at home, make sure you subscribe to Grow Bountiful, where we share simple techniques that help gardeners harvest more even in small spaces. Let's count down the fruit trees that thrive in containers. Number 11 is blueberry. Blueberries are one of the easiest fruits to grow in containers, once you understand their main requirement, acidic soil. Maintaining acidic soil in the ground can be difficult, but containers make it easy to control. A mature blueberry bush grown in a pot can produce between 1.5 and 2.5 kilograms of berries each season. For best results, use a soil mixture of 50% peat moss, 30% pine bark, and 20% compost. This keeps the soil pH between 4.5 and 5.5, which blueberries love. Use a container holding about 40 liters of soil and water regularly so the plant never completely dries out. Number 10 is pomegranate. Pomegranates are extremely resilient fruit trees that adapt well to containers. Their root systems stay compact, meaning they don't require huge amounts of space to grow productively. A dwarf pomegranate tree grown in a container with 60 to 75 liters of soil can produce between 15 and 30 fruits each year once mature. Use a soil mix of 60% potting soil, 30% compost, and 10% coarse sand or perlite to ensure good drainage. Fertilize every 6 weeks with organic fertilizer to keep the tree healthy. Number 9 is fig. Figs are one of the most container-friendly fruit trees you can grow. Interestingly, they often prefer slightly restricted roots, which makes pots an ideal environment. A healthy container-grown fig tree can produce dozens of fruits each season, sometimes reaching 80 to 100 figs under good conditions. Use a 50 to 60 litre container filled with 50% potting soil, 30% compost, and 20% coarse sand or perlite. Allowing the soil to dry slightly between watering can help concentrate sugars in the fruit and improve flavor. Number 8 is dwarf apple. Columnar apple trees are perfect for small spaces because they grow vertically instead of spreading wide. This makes them ideal for balconies or narrow patios. A mature potted apple tree can produce around 15 to 25 apples per year. Use a container that holds about 75 liters of soil with a mix of 50% potting soil, 30% compost, and 20% coarse sand or perlite. Feeding every 6 weeks with organic fertilizer supports strong fruit production. Number 7 is dwarf peach. Dwarf peach trees were specifically developed for small gardens and container growing. A single container-grown peach tree can produce between 20 and 40 full-size peaches during the season. Plant the tree in a container holding around 75 liters of soil, using a mix of 50% potting soil, 30% compost, and 20% sand or perlite. One important tip is thinning the fruit early. Removing some small peaches allows the remaining fruits to grow larger and sweeter. Number 6 is lemon. Lemon trees are honestly among the most satisfying container fruits you can grow. Many lemon trees actually produce flowers, green fruit, and ripe lemons all at the same time, which is just brilliant. A mature lemon tree grown in a 70-litre container can produce between 50 and 100 lemons annually. Use well-draining soil made of 50% potting soil, 30% compost, and 20% coarse sand or perlite. And don't forget to feed the plant every 2 weeks during the growing season using diluted fish emulsion or another organic fertilizer. Number 5 is cherry. Dwarf cherry trees are surprisingly really suitable for container gardening. Their compact size actually makes it easier to protect the fruit from birds, which is always handy. A mature potted cherry tree can produce between 5 and 7 kilograms of cherries each season. Plant it in a container holding about 70 liters of soil with 60% potting mix, 30% compost, and 10% perlite. Fertilize every 6 weeks to support healthy growth and fruiting. Number 4 is guava. Guava trees are excellent for warm climates and, honestly, just perfect for container gardens. Many dwarf varieties stay compact while still producing aromatic tropical fruit. A container-grown guava tree can yield between 20 and 40 fruits every year. Use a 70-litre container filled with 50% potting soil, 30% compost, and 20% coarse sand. Regular pruning keeps the tree compact while encouraging more fruit production. Number 3 is strawberries. Strawberries are not technically trees, but they are incredibly productive in containers, and, honestly, they deserve a place on this list. A single container with 6 to 8 strawberry plants can produce fresh berries almost daily during peak harvest season. You'll want to use a container at least 30 centimeters deep, filled with 60% potting soil, 30% compost, and 10% sand. Oh, and strawberries also grow beautifully in hanging baskets or vertical towers. Number 2 is avocado. Avocados might seem a bit too large for containers, but dwarf varieties actually make it possible. A mature container-grown avocado tree can produce about 20 to 30 avocados per year once established. While fruiting may take 3 to 4 years, the long-term harvest, well, it really makes the wait worthwhile. Use a large container holding at least 90 litres of soil with a mix of 50% potting soil, 30% compost, and 20% coarse sand or perlite. Good drainage is essential because avocados really dislike waterlogged roots. Number 1 is banana. Dwarf bananas are honestly one of the most rewarding container fruits to grow. A single plant grown in a large container can produce a bunch containing 50 to 100 bananas in just one harvest. Use a container holding about 100 litres of soil and prepare a nutrient-rich mix of 40% potting soil, 40% compost, and 20% coarse sand or perlite. Bananas grow quickly and need consistent feeding, so make sure to apply organic fertilizer monthly. Once the main stem produces fruit, it naturally dies back, but new shoots called pups grow from the base. These pups become the next generation of banana plants, allowing your container orchard to continue producing year after year.